Hello and welcome to the English Lovers by Honeydee. In this video, we are going to talk about the connectors, as I promise you that I'll bring you the course of the connectors. So firstly, I brought you the things regarding the meaning of the connector, the definition for the connectors, and how can we say that we are using the connector in the sentence. To make yourself grammatically strong, I'm preparing such videos, okay, first of all, because many of the hypes are getting created that uh, you know um such videos should not be seen in a way, because we don't want to do the PhD in something. Let me tell you, these all are the basics, not anything regarding the PhD. These all are the basics that we all should know. At our time, nobody told us. In your time, you have the teachers, you have the person who are actually feeling their responsibility. So I would say that take it as a blessing, okay, that we are trying to do our efforts to provide you something better. Okay, some people feel so the grammar is not important or something is not important. I would tell you that without the grammar, you cannot have the essence of rightness of something. First of all, if we talk about the people living in abroad, they all know that how to speak in English from their childhood itself, from the beginning of their life itself. How do they know it? Because their parents used to speak, because their parents have already learned that one. With the course of time, they have practiced it. Practice makes the man as well as the women perfect, and that's a formula that is actually applicable also. Like, practice can be done only when you have understood about the concept. If you don't know anything about the concept, how can you understand it? Okay, so understanding the concept first is very very important. Okay, if you want to focus on the grammar, it is not a video for those like who have already learned a lot in the grammar portion. Okay, who have already gotten to know that how to read, how to write. Okay, if they know all of that, then definitely they know that how to use connectors also. But for those students who are studying in ICSE schools, ICSE affiliated schools, or even in the CBSE, or any of the students from the school side, they can actually watch this video, can understand the concept, because that is used to be there even in their exams, as well as the students who are actually pursuing their IELTS exam. They will get an idea that what are the different things that we should know about the connectors. Okay, I'm not making this video to actually lure somebody, or to attract my audience or something. I'm making it because I like it. Okay, because I like to teach. So that's it, that's my purpose. Rest is up to you. You want to see it, that's your choice, because it is going to help you out. And definitely, when you're gonna applause me, when you're gonna motivate me in some sense by commenting on it, or by giving me some sort of feedback, then definitely I would like to appreciate your words too. Because in case that is a positive criticism, then definitely I'll accept it. If it is negative criticism, that's a negative trait in you. I won't say that there should be any sort of criticism on the part of education. We are not having any sort of you know social work or something like that. I'm actually doing it for my happiness, and for your happiness too, for the students actually who really like to study. And the students who are living in abroad, the people who are living in abroad can also watch this one, because definitely it is going to help them too. Okay, it is not that if somebody belongs to abroad, they generally use it. Okay, but what is the right knowledge, I'll provide that. What would be the best one, I'll try to give it to you. Okay, I'm not saying that, I'm not claiming that I am 100% accurate in that. Whichever percentage I am accurate in, I'm providing that only. So you can search out the sources thereafter, that whatever information I'm providing, that is never actually, I'm not copying it. I'm not trying to imitate it from somebody else, or I'm not trying to grab somebody else's material to use a, like, in the earlier videos, maybe I would have used some photos, because I was not actually aware that we cannot download photos from the Google to actually use it for the videos. But later on, when I got to know that, I thought that it is the right way to actually go by on our own. So that's why I have done that. I would recommend you just watch the video till the last. You'll definitely gonna learn a lot from the video. Okay, so I would request you to actually subscribe my channel also. Okay, that is English Lovers by Honeybee. You can see on the screen also. So the main idea of making the videos is to actually provide you the material. Such things actually trying to propagate, or what we propagandize about it, or we try to market uh, our videos. I don't like that thing, but still, for the sake of grabbing the attention of the many, for the sake of their benefit, I would definitely like to do it. So let's watch it, what we're gonna do in the video. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, we are going to talk about the connectors, and you can see that there is another word that I have written, that is conjunction. Okay, so here you can see that connectors and conjunctions, there is no difference. Okay, there is a little bit of difference, because connectors can be used to start a paragraph, also can be in the phrasal form, can, like, even the same conjunctions can be in the same way, but like I would say that 95% or 99% there is no difference between the connectors or the conjunction. Can be little bit of difference in the form of adverbials, or we can make them adverbials. Okay, conjunctions, when we stick to conjunctions, when we study in the school, we try to understand it in a way that it used to make a connection between one word or the other, or try to join the words. Okay, that is actually a sort of definition, which is a cramming stuff. I would say that we should not cram something, we should understand the concept of it. Okay, so to understand the concept of the connectors, I would say that try to understand it thoroughly. Okay, let me move further. Okay, yeah, let me just make it smaller. My image is not important, the material is more important. Okay, so let me take it somewhere else. Yeah, here it can be, it would be much better. So you see, the meaning of the conjunction, you can see here, conjunction is a word that joins words, that joins a words, phrases and clauses. Okay, so we'll understand the meaning of phrase first of all. Like the way the sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. The phrase is a group of words that doesn't make complete sense, like off the target, or we say in the garden. Okay, in the room, at the table. If I say at the table, that is a group of words, but that doesn't make complete sense until or unless we are using it in a sentence. So when we'll use them in the sentence, it would become meaningful. The phrases are incomplete in the meaning, sentences are complete in their meaning. And clauses, as far as the clauses are concerned, clauses would be of different categories that we're gonna do in the rest of the videos that I have made for first of all, these 4 videos are going to tell you a lot about the clauses also. Okay, but let me tell you a basic thing about the clause. Clause is a sort of sentence. Okay, a clause is a sort of sentence which carries the subject as well as a predicate. Okay, so basic difference between a clause and a sentence is that a sentence can be one word. Okay, like if I say stop, okay, I didn't use any sort of subject in that, but I could have said it to many, I could have said it to one person, or can be you, or can be any pronoun, or can be any noun. Okay, but as far as the clause is concerned, it would definitely have a subject, okay, and a predicate mentioned in the sentence, then it would be a clause. Okay, so definitely there can be different clauses. We'll talk about the clauses at length, don't worry about it. So in this one, that you should know that what is a conjunction. Conjunction is making the junction, I would say that making the connection, making a joint in between the words, a joint in between the phrases or the clauses or the sentences. Okay, so as a connector, when we say that a conjunction is a connector, or a connector is a conjunction, it joins one paragraph to the other also. Like we can use the connectors to start a paragraph. Okay, like when we say first of all, okay, to begin with, like we are using it in the form of words. Okay, in the form of combination of words. So then again, it is a sort of connector. We are using a connector to start a paragraph. That can also be done. So where we can use the connectors, we are going to discuss that at length, don't worry about it. but here are some examples to know about it, that what exactly the conjunction is. You see, I like candy and cake. Okay, here candy is one thing and cake is one thing. Two words are there, are joined together by the conjunction and. Okay, and I like, maybe the sentence could be written this way: I like candy, full stop, I like cake. And to join them, we use that, because that we cannot repeat the words I like candy and cake, so we joined it by the use of and. Okay, when we use and, both the things got together. So then second example is, he came here when you called him. Okay, he came here when he came here, when you call him. He came here when you call him. Okay, then it is again the connector. When is again the connector, and the kind of sentence we are making here is a sort of complex sentence. Okay, we'll talk about it at length, but you see, the main thing is, like, when the words are using as when the WH words are getting used as connectors, they won't have the helping verb after that. They will have the subject written after that. So then it would become the conjunction. The WH word will become the conjunction if it is getting used with the subject after it. Okay, then there is, he is neither at his house nor at the school. So this is the third example, which is actually a correlative sort of example. Okay, then we'll talk about them at length. The main thing is that you should know that what is a conjunction. Conjunction is a word that joins the words together, phrases together, and the clauses together. Okay, so to join the sentences, even in our speaking, even in our writing, we use a conjunction. So conjunctions are of great importance. We should know about it. Okay, now moving further, let's see. Sorry for that. Yeah, the kinds of conjunction. Here you can see that there are basically three kinds of conjunctions according to their structures of the sentences. Okay, if we talk about the structure of the sentence, we are having three basic actually categories of the conjunctions. There are different other conjunctions also. We can say this a double conjunction or something like that. That is the way we will define it, but accordingly the structure of the sentence, we are having three basic conjunctions. First is a coordinating conjunction, second is a subordinating conjunction, and the third one is a correlative conjunction. Okay, so now talking about the coordinating conjunction, you must be known to the word coordination. Okay, the coordination means we are trying to make the coordination or make some sort of agreement between the two sentences. Okay, like suppose we are having two persons of equal rank. We want to make agreement, and definitely agreement would be made between them only, like who are feeling themselves to be equal rank. So coordinating conjunctions would be used in between the sentences of the equal rank. We will talk about it at length, don't worry. So subordinating conjunctions would be used in a different way. We'll talk about it also. Then the last one is a correlative one. We'll talk about them also, like separate videos would be made for the same. Okay, 4 videos I have covered this concept of the conjunction. Then we will talk about each of the conjunctions separately, like how to use each sort of category I mentioned. Okay, so we'll use them in a different way. We'll talk about their use in a sentence form. Now you see, what is the different informational units that you need to know before knowing the kinds of the conjunction. What are the different things that you should know, that there is a, before knowing that there is a coordinating conjunction, there is subordinating conjunction, there is correlative conjunction, that you know the meaning of the subject and the predicate. If that is clear to you, then you can analyze that there is a certain sort of sentence written. Okay, and that is a clause written. Obviously these sentences, 3 of the sentences would come in the clause form. Okay, so we'll understand that accordingly. But you should have the knowledge of the subject and the predicate. What is a subject? Subject is a the thing that we talk about in the sentence, and the predicate is something that we said about the subject. That's the meaning of predicate. Okay, and the predicate starts with the helping verb or the main verb. Okay, that means from wherever we write the verb portion, like it starts from there. Predicate starts from there. and subject is only the thing that which we talk about, and the predicate is the one that whatever we say about the subject is the one that comes in the predicate. Okay, now talking about the second point, that you know the meaning of the clause, that you should know what is a clause. I told you already that what is a clause. Clause is a group of clause is a sort of sentence which carries the subject and a predicate. Okay, so clause is the one which carries the subject and the predicate. So basic knowledge, first of all, you should know that what is subject and predicate. A clause is the one which carries one subject and one predicate. Okay, any clause can have the subject and the predicate. Can be number of subjects, can be a number of predicates, depending upon the kind of sentence we are writing. But clause is the one which will have the subject and a predicate with it. Okay, we'll talk about it, don't worry. That you know the meaning of the clause, we are done at that. You know the meaning of the independent clause. What is independent? Okay, we know about independence. We got independence in 1947. Okay, then we should know that what is independent. Independent, the one who is not dependent upon anybody. Okay, so here the independent clause, a sentence, a sort of sentence which will be not depending upon any of the other sentence for its meaning, or any of the other word for its meaning. So it would be complete in itself. The independent clause will be complete in itself, and it won't be dependent upon anything. So that you know about the meaning of the dependent clause. Obviously it would be opposite one, that it would be dependent upon some other clause. Then you should know that what is a principal clause and the subordinating or the dependent clauses. Okay, so dependent clause we have already done that, like which would be dependent upon some clause, and which would be that some clause, and that would be the principal clause. Principal, like I'll give you one example. Okay, the teachers for the salaries are depending upon the principal, and the principal is going to decide that when the salary is to be given, and the principal is going to send the salary to the bank. Okay, so it depends upon, like, not even in the salaries case, for many of the functionaries of the school. Okay, whichever work we are doing, like firstly the recommendation or the kind of guideline is given from the principal that this is the thing that we're gonna do now. Okay, so but everything we cannot say that is dependent upon the principal. So, the activities are obviously to be done by the students and the teachers, but the main guideline, that means the head clause would be, or head of the school is known as principal. So it is not dependent upon anything. Okay, in a sense I'm giving the example, but the dependent would be definitely won't have their salaries, won't have the meaning. Okay, won't have proper functioning until or unless the principal is a meaningful one. Okay, so here principal clause will be independent clause, and the subordinating or the dependent clause means the one which would be dependent upon the principal clause for its meaning. Okay, so that is why we call it dependent or subordinate. Subordinates means friends or the allies, or we can say that assistant. Okay, the one who used to get the help. Okay, or you who used to help. Okay, who works as the helpers also. Same way here also, that is the meaning of it. Okay, so principal clause would be giving the meaning to the dependent clause. Dependent clauses won't have their meaning on its own, then on their own actually. Then definitely principal clause is needed in that case. We'll talk about the sentences where the principal and the dependent clauses are needed. Okay, and then you see here examples to explain the information needed. Okay, you see here it is the information given. You can see that first sentence. Okay, what is the first sentence? I have completed my graduation. Okay, when I said that I have completed my graduation, first of all I should know that what is the tense here. There is present perfect tense. That's not needed here somehow, but what I should know that if it is the present perfect, I should know that where is the helping verb to be placed. Okay, if we know the structures accurately, then definitely we can say that from where the predicate would start. Okay, if the helping verb is to be used, here have is the helping verb. If we don't know that what is the helping verb, okay, how can we say that the predicate would start from there? Okay, then definitely I would say that have completed my graduation is the predicate, because have like I is the doer. Okay, I here is the pronoun, first person pronoun. which is the doer of action, okay, completed my graduation. I have completed my graduation. I have done what? I have completed my graduation. I has done something which is have completed my graduation. So whatever is done by the subject is the predicate. Okay, whatever is said about the subject, something is said about the subject, that is have completed my graduation. So that is the predicate. We should know that what is subject and predicate. It would be clear now, I think. So next thing that we need to know from this one, a sentence having a subject and the predicate is known as a clause. That I already told you. If a sentence is having a subject and the predicate is known as a clause, we call it a clause. Okay, but how can we say it is independent clause? Because it is not dependent upon any sentence for its meaning, because we haven't written any other sentence with it. Obviously it is not dependent upon any of the other sentence for its meaning. It is complete in itself. The meaning of this sentence is complete in itself. That is why it is an independent clause. We should know about the independent clause to write about the the compound sentences, complex sentences, and the simple sentences. Okay, if we write about, suppose we want to know about the simple sentence. Simple sentence used to carry a subject or the number of subjects but one predicate. Okay, so there would be one predicate having the one helping verb or one main verb or simply one main verb, but can be number of subjects. Okay, number of subjects can be more, but the predicate would be one. Okay, but I would say that like that is a simple sentence. But to write about the compound statement, like we should know that for compound sentences we need the coordinating conjunctions. Okay, so we cannot like if this is the sentence, we cannot say that it is a compound statement. Why can't we say that? Because it is carrying one predicate. If we want to make a compound statement, we need at least two predicates, okay, at the least. Okay, and we need one more thing, that is, first of all, we need the coordinating conjunctions, okay, which makes a coordination between one simple sentence and the other simple sentence in a way that it becomes a compound statement. And what we need is, and what we need extra is two or more independent clauses. Now next thing that we need to look for when we want to make a compound statement is that one, we first of all need the conjunction, that is a coordinating conjunction. And second thing that we need is these two sentences should be complete in themselves. This should be independent one. That means it should have its own meaning. It should have its own meaning. Independent clause. Both of the independent clauses which will have their own meaning will be joined together by the coordinating conjunction to make these two clauses into these two sentences are going to become the clauses. Which clauses? Coordinating clauses. Obviously there is a coordination between them, then definitely there would be coordinating clauses. Okay, then the sentence becomes a compound sentence. That's how we make the compound sentence. First thing that we need is, what is the first thing? Like we need the coordinating conjunction. Second, we need these two sentences, whichever are going to be joined together, should be independent one. And how can we know that one clause is independent? When it is complete in itself, when the meaning is complete in itself, it is not dependent upon some other sentence for its meaning. Suppose we are saying this statement, I picked his pencil. Okay, that is complete in itself. I picked his pencil, it is complete in itself. I broke it into two pieces, that is extra information I added. Okay, but that is having a separate meaning. Okay, that sentence is having its separate meaning. I broke it into two pieces. I broke the pencil into two pieces. I could write that I broke it into two pieces. Okay, then you see, when I want to join them, what I can say, I picked his pencil and I broke it into two pieces. The full stop after this would be lost then, because we have used a conjunction and. Okay, then here these are separate sentences, only the and is actually referred as the conjunction. I haven't actually joined them. Okay, when we are going to join them, this full stop will be lost. Okay, it would be omitted. And what we're gonna do, I picked his pencil, comma, and I broke it into two pieces. We can write like that also. Okay, so that is the way to write the compound statement. I think you should know that what is a compound statement, what is a simple sentence. Okay, compound statement is the one which is actually having the two independent clauses joined together by the coordinating conjunction. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence is the one which carries one subject and one predicate, or more than one subject but one predicate only, not more than one predicate, for sure. Okay, then moving further, Yeah, yeah, this is 8. Like in this video you are going to just see that amount of the information, then rest of the thing that I'll let you know about. Okay, each of the sentence, like first of all we'll talk about the the coordinating conjunction, how we can use the coordinating conjunctions to make the compound statement, like, and then we are going to talk about the other correlative and the subordinating conjunctions, how can we make them and what are the different methods to use, okay, to make the complex sentences. The main thing which I hear, okay, from many of the kids who are actually doing the IELTS exam also, they want to learn about the complex sentence. Okay, so complex sentence is not a big deal. First of all, you should know the rudimentaries, you should know that the basics should be clear. Then obviously the why you should know about the complex sentence is, first of all, how to make the complex sentence is important to write in the writing module. Okay, the complex sentences are more are of more significance. Okay, and second thing, why you should know the complex sentences, because when you want to analyze that whether you have written so many complex sentences or so many compound statements, or see, in writing they see the variety of sentences, they see that you are using ultimate knowledge that you have about English, and you are seeing they would be seeing that different structures that you are using. Okay, if your structures are accurate one and you are using the variety of structures like passive voice, active voice, you are using you are using the compound statement, you are using the, what we are trying to show them, we are trying to show that I know that amount of knowledge as far as my writing is concerned. If we are trying to present our ideas through different sorts of sentences, it sometimes it can be wrong also. Complex sentences can be made in various ways, you can use those only also. Okay, but you have to use them. Complex sentences can be made by many methods. I'll share those methods also. Okay, and I'll tell you how to use the connectors while making the complex statements. Okay, so talking about the writing skill, I'll talk about it at length, but for that one you have to be stay tuned to me. Okay, stay tuned to my channel. Okay, and believe in me, if you will show faith in me, then definitely I'll be uploading the number of videos for you. Okay, and I would say that like for your benefit, for my benefit, for the benefit of uh, the English learners, please subscribe my channel. Okay, hit the bell icon for the updates about the new lessons, and for sure I would say that I would recommend that keep sharing my videos. Okay, because these videos are definitely gonna help you a lot. So for now I would say it is the time to say goodbye. So bye bye.